Hello, thank you for clicking on this video. You may be wondering, what is the title? Why does the title have Skronktober in it? What on earth is Skronktober? Are you insane? The answer to that last question is probably, but we're not going to get into that at the moment. So, last night, I was considering doing Inktober. If you don't know what Inktober is, it is a drawing challenge that happens every October, and you just make a drawing for each day of October according to a listed number of prompts, and you do the drawing in ink. However, apparently, the guy who is responsible for Inktober, not a great person, and therefore I will not be supporting him or his challenge. So I decided to make my own and call it Skronktober, which I'm sure is strange, but I couldn't think of any other title for it, and skronk was the first sound that could be translated into a word that came to mind. So the prompt for day 1 of Skronktober is vampire. And considering the fact I am posting this video and announcing the existence of Skronktober on October 1st, I am not expecting really anyone to do this part of the prompt. Hence why I'm uploading this video, so there's at least one image of a vampire somewhere. I'm also not expecting many people to do this prompt, as this is the first time I'm ever posting it, and I doubt anyone's really gonna catch on to it. I would hope so, though, because I would appreciate it. Anyway, the main reason I wanted to do a prompt that has one thing for each day is because I haven't been keeping up with my art recently at all, and it's kind of turning into garbage, and I'm forgetting how to draw. I'm forgetting very basic things, like where eyes sit on someone's head. And I want to be able to actually have good art and improve the art that I do have. So I made 31 words, put them on a piece of digital paper, posted them on Instagram and TikTok and here now, and for each day in October I must draw one thing. If you wish to participate, please do so. The only rule I'm gonna have is post it somewhere with the following tag that is posted on screen right now. Just so it exists. I don't know. Anyway, can be thrown out into the ether. Anyway. So while watching this, I appear to be in the actual painting process and have talked over the entirety of the sketch process, so good job me. This is the first time I am using tape in the way that I am in this video. This isn't the first time I've ever taped the paper I'm working on to the desk, I've just never done it in a way where it creates a border. So that's new for me. You will see at the end of the video that this creates a mild issue, but we'll get to that when we get there. I also haven't really been worked in any, like, normal medium for, like, a year now, because, the art class I've been taking is called, I took last year, was, design crafts, and right now I'm in a class called fiber arts, and they were more, the way I can describe it is, instead of, like, painting and drawing things, it was more just slap something on the paper, or here's a random art medium my teacher found on Pinterest at 3 a.m. and now that's our project. So I haven't really used anything other than a pencil to make a vague suggestion of an image for something. So I'm very rusty when it comes to things like watercolor and pens and anything, really. Anything other than a sketch I have not done in a very long time. And so I'm hoping that by the end of the month I'll be slightly more used to the supplies that I own and sit in my room every day collecting dust. I don't want them to collect dust anymore. Also, as I was making this drawing, I was learning that I don't really understand color as well as I thought I did. Or, in the very least, I don't understand how color works in watercolor medium specifically. And you'll see that in a second when this cuts to me trying to add shadows on the grass. I picked a color that was a very, very, very different tone and shade of green than the one I had used originally. So it looks very dead except for some random patches, which was probably not the best choice, but that's why we're here. That's why we're doing this. I need to relearn how to draw. Also, back to the prompt list. If you notice on the prompt list, there's like 3 that seem a little strange. Like, the second prompt is stairs. Blame my father for that one, because I asked him, hey, give me 3 prompt ideas for this list I'm making, and he gave me creosote bush, stairs, and a tortoise. So, that's some information. The gravestone looks so purple on camera. I don't remember it being... It doesn't look that aggressively purple in real life, so I don't understand why the camera had just decided, yep, that's purple. Technically it is purple, but it's more of a gray purple, so I don't know what's going on there. I learned during this process I'm not really all that great at painting skin, so that's a thing I'm also gonna have to figure out how to do. Something else I'm gonna end up learning throughout this month is how to create creatures, how to draw creatures, because that's also a thing I'm not great at, but I've put several prompts on there that my only thoughts are creatures, or is literally a creature such as cat, dog, moth, bug. Those are creatures that I don't know how to draw. I think this is the only video that I'm gonna post on the same day that the prompt is for. I think I'm just gonna post a video of, like, everything I've done in the past couple of days, like once a week, just so that I don't have to film an entire process of me making something, edit the entire process of me making that thing, voicing over it, uploading it, and doing that every single day. Because I don't have the time for that. Especially not this month. I do deeply apologize for my hair getting in the way of a lot of these shots. I'm not used to any part of me being on camera at all. So this is a learning process for me in many ways. I ended up making the vampire a lot more red than I originally thought, like clothing-wise. I'm not sure why I didn't just get up and grab other paint colors, but I do think I actually like the way it turned out with having a lot of the vampire being red, because it makes them stand out a lot in the image. This is where I started to remember how paint works, and that me painting over the line art I did in pen was going to make the pen disappear underneath the paint. so I realized I'd have to go back over this with pen later. Because somehow that never occurred to me. You'd think, watercolor being the only paint I've worked with in my however many years of doing art, I'd know that by now. Yeah, here is the second part of me realizing that I need to go over the original line art with a pen again. However, I did decide to do cross-hatching for the shading on this image, which I don't do a lot, despite what my profile picture would entail. That image that I have as my profile picture is the only time I've ever done cross-hatching in an art piece for something other than, like, a quick graded assignment of do you understand what cross-hatching is. And through that process, I learned my hands are very, very shaky. And that also leaning awkwardly far back for the majority of that process. Because I was now embarrassed that I didn't understand how to act in front of a camera, also made doing tiny little details like cross-hatching incredibly difficult. I also did take a slightly thicker pen to do the, very, like, outside lining of the vampire, because I thought it would look interesting. It looked a lot more interesting in my head than it ended up looking on the paper. But that's fine. During the cross-hatching process, I also learned that the reason I probably don't like doing cross-hatching is because when you look at it up close, it looks really weird, but from a distance I think it looks fine. But that's probably just a me issue. I wouldn't be surprised if it was just a me issue. And here we have the tape issue that I referred to in the beginning of the video, in that it ripped the paint off of my desk. I'm not sure how to fix that, or if I want to fix that, because that just means I'm gonna have a wet spot of paint on my desk that's probably gonna get ripped off again in the future, so I guess I'm just gonna have ripped off paint spots all over my desk for the rest of time now. Anyway, thank you for watching, and if you participate in Skronktober, then please post it and tag me. Thank you.